Yo, what's going on, guys? Right here, and welcome back to Call of Cthulhu, the game that never fails to impress me with its theories and mythology and occultism. But yeah, today we are gonna find out if Sarah Hawkins is cursed. Stay tuned.
Who goes there? That nightmare again. I need a drink.
Okay, so we left off at 12 character points, and I didn't even know this. And I got a lot of shit to upgrade. Holy fuck. Pretty much. Validate, please. And we found more on Dark Water and also our sanity. We are stable for now. And we have the inhabitants. We'll leave them for fucking died. Charles Hawkins turned into a fucking wannabe Cthulhu. Marie Colden, who saved us. Francis Sanders, who fucking died. That's about it. We're at the Hawkins Manor or mansion, trying to look for solutions.
That is precisely. You're awake, Mr. Pierce. How do you feel?
Did I sleep long?
The day is only starting. It's fine.
That's good to know.
How's our fugitive? Dr. Fuller hasn't reported your disappearance to the force, but that'll come soon.
Bradley?
Who else would it be?
Mr. Pierce, are you all right? You look like you saw a ghost.
There are things I can't explain.
Tell us. What happened?
How do I fucking start? What they had me endured.
I have flashbacks.
Endure, well.
They haunt me.
What did they do to you?
There was that Dr. Fuller and a nurse. Blood everywhere. My legs. The pain. I couldn't bear it. I was screaming. They injected me with something. I woke up at the institute. Bradley was there.
And how you scared us. You seemed demented.
You likely woke up during the anesthesia. No wonder those memories haunt you. What in God's name were they doing to you?
What happened afterwards?
When I woke up the second time, I was in a padded cell. That's where you found me, Doctor. After you released me, I got a good look at what's in store for the patients of the Riverside Institute. Hallucinogenic gas pumped into the cells. An infernal machine. Horrific medical experiments.
Shit.
Impossible. Dr. Fuller would never do such a thing.
You should believe it, Ethan. What Mr. Pierce saw is precisely what I've been trying to prove. Did you discover anything else?
Hold on, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. And let's talk to... Nah, I might be on to lead.
I met a Francis Sanders. You know him?
Of course, he's a patient. Or was. I haven't seen him since Dr. Fuller had him transferred to the basement.
He knew Sarah Hawkins. And that's what killed him.
How did he die?
I'm not sure I can explain it.
Tell me how Mr. Sanders died.
He called him the Shambler.
I didn't see what, but something was there with us.
Of what do you speak?
Sanders said it was Sarah Hawkins' visitor. He spoke of it like a living being.
Sarah Hawkins? Have I missed something here? This makes no sense. I don't see how it can help crack the Hawkins case.
You really think she's involved? How could she have murdered Mr. Sanders?
Francis Sanders mentioned Mrs. Hawkins just before dying. It's no coincidence.
You know, Francis Sanders was a well-known art collector. I guess you can still pay a visit to his wife, Irene Sanders.
An art
Shit.
collector, you say? That's probably how they met.
If you plan on having dinner at the Sanders household, please spare the widow the tale of her late husband's suffering.
I don't agree. She deserves the truth.
But that truth may be biased. We don't know the bottom of it.
Better to confront the truth, yeah.
He's right. We can't ignore the truth.
But it could drive her mad.
Better madness than ignorance. Very well. I'll go to see Francis's widow. Perhaps I'll find a link between her husband's death and Sarah Hawkins.
Don't end up in the hospital this time.
I'll do my best.
Let's go. So we need to see the widow of Francis Sanders. But first, we just get a drink. I don't care if this affects my fucking destiny. And I didn't know I had a tattoo. That's weird. So, where was the exit again? Hello? Oh, leave. Of course. Sanders' residence. Pierce, Colden, and Bradley decided to team up to solve the Sarah Hawkins case. They have a new trail to follow. Francis Sanders, an art collector and friend of the painter who died right in front of Pierce. The detective goes to his house in order to speak to his widow about the Shambler that the unfortunate man mentioned before he died. Shambler. Who is you? What do you mean? Who is you?
What can I do for you, sir?
Mrs. Sanders, I'm a private detective. We must talk about your husband and his ties to Sarah Hawkins. Can I come in?
You may.
Thank you.
However, before we go any further, please know that my husband died yesterday.
That is
she knew.
precisely what brings me here.
Oh,
Well, well, look who's here.
hottie.
You know each other.
Our paths crossed, briefly. The brave detective has a talent for sticking his nose into my business.
I bump into her every time I'm investigating someone's death.
It's a small island, detective. My island. It's better that it's you bumping into me.
You're investigating Francis' death. Why? Who hired you?
I spoke to Francis before he died. His story suggests a link to a case I'm working on.
Well, since this business has got nothing to do with me, I'll be in your husband's office, Irene. We'll carry on later.
Very well, Miss Baker.
Stop fucking leaving,
This way, Mr.
hottie.
Pierce. And do make yourself comfortable. It would seem that you have much to tell me.
Pretty much. I have a shitload of things to tell you.
May I inquire as to when you had the opportunity to talk to my husband?
Yesterday, I met him at the hospital. He spoke to me about Sarah Hawkins.
Oh, of course he spoke to you about her. That's all he talked about. Sarah Hawkins and her paintings. Please forgive my tone. The fact is that I have not been allowed to see him since he was interned. You, on the other hand, a perfect stranger. were able to see him and even talk with him the day he died. How was he? Were you present when he had this attack? What happened?
Should I do this psychology way? Or should I just go for the answer straight up? But I'm thinking I'm gonna take it psychologically.
What happened to your husband is terrible, Mrs. Sanders. But from what I saw, it was inevitable. The man I met yesterday had lost his reason. He suffers no longer, if you would allow me such a platitude.
Of course. Thank you for your kind words. Nobody in that hospital would have deigned to speak them to me. However, it will require more than that to soothe my mind. I need to understand. How could this happen? In a reputed institute? And right before your eyes? Did you not do anything to help him?
Yeah, the true culprit is Fuller.
So ask Fuller, he's the eminent doctor. But I would caution you, you'll find his treatments more terrifying than the illnesses he sets out to cure.
That churl no longer takes the trouble to receive me. He sends his secretary to tell me that I cannot see Francis. Me. His own widow. He must think that I am a terrible wife for having abandoned him in such a way. But I only wanted what was best for him.
I'm not here to condemn you, Mrs. Sanders.
Oh, I'm tired, Mr. Pierce. I would be grateful if you could tell me what you expect of me, and then leave.
They speak to you of a shambler.
Did your husband talk to you about Sarah Hawkins' visitor? A shambler, to use his precise terms.
Well, you can imagine that's all he talked about. It's exhibited at the center of the gallery. No better place for the painting that endowed him with the privilege of such a shameful and miserable end to his life.
Hold on. The Shambler is a painting by Sarah Hawkins.
Who else to paint such horrors? Take a look for yourself, if you feel so inclined.
It is my only lead at this stage. I suppose I have nothing to lose.
Then you have paid no heed. For my part, I refuse to set foot in that gallery again. But if you're so eager to see it, I would urge you to make the most of your visit. Because I count on ridding myself of that thing as soon as I can.
Thank you, Mrs. Sanders. I won't be long.
Consult diary. Now they got a character point, which I don't really need.
The day the Shambler came into the Sanders' lives.
Wait, what? Why are we reconstructing? That's a cup.
Francis Sanders and Sarah Hawkins were close. Friends, even?
I doubt it. But it could be a possibility.
Sanders' accession register. He wrote beside the Shambler. Finally. What did Sarah Hawkins fear so much that she didn't want to sell the painting?
That it might be cursed? That could be that's the Shambler,
He
right?
finally won. Was Sanders aware of his imminent doom?
Nah. No one is really.
She didn't want Sanders to have the painting. She must have felt devastated. Was she jealous of Sarah Hawkins?
Another possibility. Oh, if I use the occult, it's gonna show the Shambler. Oh no!
I need to see it.
No. I'd rather
Did she really care
not
for him
see my
after all?
friend. He took his fucking eyes out. No, that's the medicine. That's for my medicine progression. Oh my god. Um I can't even make up fucking songs. What? What's in here? Locked. Oh, I thought it was checkable. My bad. Locked. Stop being locked.
Let's see what this cylinder has to say once it's inserted in a phonograph.
Good to know. Well, this door is open.
A strange
Key.
Amerindian
Oh, it's an
pendant.
amulet. So, yeah, it is Amerindian because you get the feather over there and some other shit from the Indian culture. Oh, come on! I didn't want this!
I could use one of those.
Ah, sleeping pills.
Strange. For months, Sarah Hawkins refused to part with her painting, to finally give it away for nothing.
Dear Francis, I beg you to give up all hope of ever owning this cursed painting. If our friendship has any meaning to you, any meaning for you, please spare me the weight of guilt. I cannot be the architect of your fall. I beg you, my dear friend. Forget the shambler, your friend Sarah Hawkins. At least you warned him.
Another volume of the Reverend's wife's diary.
Good to know. Wait, what? Dissertation of an... that's medicine. Ah, shit, that's the occultism. I gotta. That's for the occultism, which will also affect my sanity. The Malleus Bestiarum. Pierce read an ancient treatise, the Malleus Bestiarum. This bestiary makes an inventory of numerous creatures from the occult world of parallel dimensions. The very nature of its acknowledged make it an unholy book. By reading it, Pierce lost some of his sanity. And I need to regain it. Because I can, oh. Because that will affect my ending. Key to the Sanders Gallery.
That's twice you've stepped on my toes, Detective. Try not to make a habit of it.
I've got a lot of bad habits.
Some can be more fatal than others. What have you come looking for in this gallery?
Another painting by Sarah Hawkins.
Another painting by Sarah Hawkins. One connected to the horrors I've discovered on this island.
What a surprise. I'm listening.
Very well.
All's fair in love and war, I suppose. These artifacts date from pre-Columbian times.
There's the shambler up
The
there.
man transformed an entire wing of his manor into an art gallery. Why was he so interested in old weapons?
Let's take a closer look. Actually, no. What the hell is on the back?
Is this dagger part of Sanders' collection, or was he seeking to acquire it?
far from possessing the talent of Sarah Hawkins, Sanders drew a dagger with a tortured form down to the smallest detail. The guard carries a strange esoteric symbol, a recurring feature of his correspondence with Sarah. So now let's take a look at the painting. Let's take a look at this piece of shit. What the fuck? Hey yo, what the fuck? Don't lock me in. What the fuck? What the fuck? Ooh. What the fuck? What the fuck? Dear God. Oh dear God.
What the hell was that?
That, my friend, was the fucking Shambler. I just gotta not look at it. That's the secret. I don't need that. The secret is to not look at it. So if I just don't stare, I'm fine. And I gotta find a way to destroy the painting as well. Fuck it.
This dagger.
Oh
looks
fuck! Run! Run! Use it! Oh shit! I got the right dagger. Oh, fuck off, fam. Fuck off. Fam! Fuck off. Go back into your fucking world. Stupid cunt. What? Why am I turning green? Why am I turning into Shrek?
What's the matter with you?
That was a hallucination. And another part of the occult.
You sure you won't be needing that hand? You're losing it, Detective. At this rate, you're right. The bottle will get you before I do.
You didn't see anything.
I saw you within an inch of putting a dagger through your forearm. Did I miss something more interesting?
I need the professionalism of the thing. I don't have it, so I cannot say that, but why lie? I was attacked by a creature.
I was attacked by a creature. I pushed it back, I think.
I think so too.
You knew about the monster?
You knew. You knew about the beast.
What are you talking about? Think yourself lucky that I saved your hand, even if it was to save my goods.
You mean me?
Don't flatter yourself, sweetheart. I'm talking about the contents of this gallery. And by the way, where do you think you're going with that dagger?
It saved my life. It's an extraordinary dagger.
You should talk to Algernon Drake. He's an antique dealer here on Darkwater. He'll tell you all about it.
Ooh.
From what I saw in the ledgers, it was him who sold it to Sanders.
Can you give me this information free of charge?
It's not your style to give me free information like that.
Take it as payment for being my canary. A simple trade-off. Now go see your antique seller. I still got things to settle with Irene.
Maybe I should have left. Not go through that fucking gallery. But we are at chapter 7, the nameless bookstore. The Shambler turned out to be much more than an artwork painted by Sarah Hawkins, as a huge creature came out of the painting to attack Pierce. After a hard fight, the detective managed to send it back into the painting. He later discovered that the dagger he used to repel the creature had been sold to Sanders by a man named Algernon Drake, owner of the nameless bookstore. Pierce decided to pay the library a visit. And from where it looks, someone broke in. Hello? Nameless thief? Where is you? Okay. Alright, sorry about that. I went to like take out the trash. And when I was walking downstairs, because I live on the 3rd floor, fam, the lights were flickering. That must be some conspiracy theory bullshit. Because the lights were working fine. Then it turned off. Then it started flickering like a madman. Oh, that. Fam! Okay, let's continue.
Where's the books?
Let's see my how my sanity is looking. I'm still stable? What? How the fuck am I still stable? Oh shit. I need 3 points for each. Or I can just pick one to level up because I need 3p. Let me put it on the... Oh no, I need 4 on this. What? I'll just do what I usually would do. Level up these. Let's go. Handbook of Anatomy and Dissection. Yes! Medicine, bitches! I need 4 more. Yes! I'm finding books everywhere. That's the History of Darkwater, which I will never read that book because Darkwater is fucking cursed.
Another volume of the Reverend's wife's diary.
How many volumes are there? Like, bruh, hook me up. What's in here? So there's a map. But yes! Medicine, bitches!
A strange amulet. I have a feeling I'd better not touch it.
Yeah. Oh, fam, that's bad. The occultism. Oh, you're done. No. What the fuck is this painting? It's got a save, but I don't give a foot. I mean, I can see the save from here. Like, come on. I better move on to that later.
What happened here?
First, let me check for books. Your Dark Water. How many volumes are there? Pretty sure not 1,000. Oh, it's just to refill my fucking thing. But let's go and use our little imagination.
Let's start
Psychology shit.
over. Where did they break in from? Blood. Seems like amateur work.
Of course, it's fucking amateur work. Everything is amateur work, bruh.
Someone tall left this footprint. A man, probably.
But who? Someone who got injured, obviously. Medicine.
This burglar seems to be rather clumsy.
As he did that mess. And there's a painting with something.
What sort of thief leaves his tools at the crime scene?
What an amateur
What
thief.
killed all these animals? What happened that made the burglar flee before finishing his work?
Occultism again.
What the? Charles Hawkins?
What?
What sort of power did Sarah Hawkins' painting possess?
Fam.
Sarah Hawkins helped hide something in this safe.
You better stop. Because that's gonna fuck up your sanity.
Drake put in a great deal of effort to hide whatever is in here. Everything is linked to the Sarah Hawkins case.
About 50% everything. But yeah. What's in here?
Drake left instructions on how to find the combination of his safe.
So its cylinder is numbered. Ain't that brilliant?
Is everyone on this island taking sleeping pills?
Are you kidding me?
What link did he find between Charles Hawkins and an old amulet?
I don't fucking know, but you can read it for yourself. Huh. Huh. Damn. This library is full of mysteries. Fuck mythology.
A kind of chalice.
Yeah. But I need to find, like, what do they call it? Komisidichi. So yeah, I need the code, but I forgot where to search. Shit!
Arkham editions. Never heard of him.
And you never will. Oh!
Cylinders that Drake tried to hide. I should perhaps listen to them.
Yeah. So I got every single cylinder. But then I have a Francis one to listen to. Never mind. Well, let's listen to them.
And these red rocks, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
I think I may got the clue because I checked this trophy out, which is gold
The Chalice of Knowledge.
with red drops. So the combination is fucking numbered. So that means I gotta number these. That means I gotta count these tiers. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't have a. Bitch, hold it! I got my fucking notepad. Eh, shit. So it's 4. That's the first clue.
I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny.
So I gotta look for a chessboard.
The Queen has little protection.
So from what I can see, this is the Queen. And I gotta count the white ones, which is 1, 2, 3, excluding the Queen. 4, so 4, 3.
Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
So you may think that it's actually 9. It's season 9, or volume 9.
What did Drake say about this collection?
So, a collection of poems by Edward Pickman Darby, also known as the Nightmare Lyrics. This collection of poems was sensationally received when first published in 1908. Darby was only 18 years old. This volume is part of the Arkham anthology, a curious collection of tree. Oh. So is it really 9? So is 439 the code? Is it really though? Is it really though? We're gonna try the code out, because I don't know what the fuck he said. So it's 4, 3, 9. Let me listen to that final code again. Or does it need to be in order?
Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
So I need to look deeper.
Drake talked about a particular volume.
Yeah. What's so special about it? I'm kind of stumped. Or it could be 934 or other combos. Let me see. Oh, no, it's not there anymore. But I'm gonna try every single combination that comes in my mind, because there's no way. There's no way. It says nothing on the volume.
So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message. What did Drake say about this collection?
Also, what research? Am I missing something? For real? What the fuck am I miss? I still don't get this one.
Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
So should I search every single one of them until I find the clue?
Drake talked about a particular volume.
I know it's this
So
one.
these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message.
Like, what's so special about this one? Like, tell me. Yo, I'm never gonna get tired until I find the cover.
What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume. So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message.
Wait a second. Because
The Queen has little protection. The Chalice of Knowledge.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
So it's volume 9, but what's special about volume 9 again?
What did Drake say about this collection?
Exactly. Don't tell me I gotta find his fucking research. So I can find out what the hell he was talking about. Because that would mean I gotta scroll everywhere. Which is not funny. You might as well send me the information right now, sir. Or do I already have the information? Okay, apparently I don't. I still don't get this clue.
Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them. Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors.
Do I
seemed
fucking really gotta
particularly
count
relevant
the
to my research. I never
What?
tire of browsing through them.
If you're telling me I gotta count these fucking volumes, he can go fuck himself. So I see only 3. No, I see only 2.
Drake talked about a particular volume.
So what's
So these are the
special?
volumes that Drake was talking about in his message.
What is so special about this collection? Because you think the code is 439. Like in my book. So 43. What's the code then? If it's not this one. Can we try 943? Or 3? The fuck? 3. Nah, it has to be ordered. That's the issue. Maybe try 539. I had to include. Oh no 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 no! There was a 5th one as well. I'm an idiot. There was a 5th teardrop, I think. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Oh my god. I should have counted that as well. Why am I such a dumbass? That was the easiest puzzle ever. The easiest puzzle of this whole damn game. Fuck you. Don't sue me in the comments. I beg. So what? Chapter 8, Riverside Institute. Oh dear God. In the nameless bookstore, Pierce traced a trail of an attempted burglary. He discovered that Charles Hawkins was behind the attempt. Pierce opened the bookseller's safe to find what the latter and Sarah Hawkins had hidden there. A book covered in human skin, lying inside. Irresistibly attracted the detective. When he opened it, his mind was projected into another body. Wow, we're going far deep in time. This is so fucking deep. Into the investigations and things. And that's gonna conclude the end of the fucking episode. I'm sorry, but ICBA. And I'm also gonna like.
Dr. Colden, this man's condition is deteriorating.
But yeah, we're gonna end the episode here. If you liked it, punch the fucking like button. If you didn't, it's alright as well. You can like tell me what the hell I did wrong. Or you can sue me in the comments about my puzzling skills. And other than that, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And if you're new. And I shall see you all later.